Inside the 7th minute of the first half of this UEFA Champions League final. It's Liverpool who are just beginning to string together a few passes, really, as they look to produce a little bit of fluency early on in this game. A game that obviously was kicked off in unusual circumstances, that lengthy delay, and obviously concerns over the fitness of Thiago in the build-up. Not ideal for Liverpool, as we see Mane going to ground, nothing doing, says the referee. And as a result of that, an opportunity for Valverde, who gets a lucky ricochet down the right-hand side. Robertson in attendance, manages to get across that Fabinho is back and able to cut out easily enough. So a disrupted start to proceedings, but will it settle into the kind of flow you'd expect? Alexander-Arnold across the halfway line in the sort of position you'd expect him to take up, linking up with Mo Salah, not for the first and surely not the last time, but then his reverse pass easily intercepted, and away come Real Madrid through Toni Kroos. And the old masters, Kroos and Modric, just tidy short passing through midfield before again that attempted long ball looking for Vinicius Jr. Alisson's come a long way and has to head, and Alexander-Arnold able to find his captain Jordan Henderson. Lively enough start, things just beginning to kick up a gear or two here at the Stade de France. Both sides looking to establish some kind of pattern of play, some kind of dominance, and there is Thiago, who seems to be moving well enough as it is, really providing that continuity through midfield, and that's surely an area that's going to determine what happens in the early exchanges here. Two outstanding midfield units. Luis Diaz was looking to get an earlier ball play there, not really on the same wavelength as Sadio Mane. And Diaz, of course, a player whose ability to come on and carry the ball proved to be so useful for Liverpool in their semi-final. Jurgen Klopp, not the preparation, not the build-up he would have ideally wanted for this one, but now all he can do is see how his side sets up. And tactically, absolutely nothing really that's surprised us so far from the Liverpool setup. Fabinho, always happy to take the ball off the defence. No great surprise when it finds its way to Alexander-Arnold, who drives forward once more. Salah's been hugging the right touchline so far in the piece, and Henderson looks as if he's the player who's given a bit of licence to roam. We saw that from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool in the Champions League knockout rounds already. And now it goes across the back. Konate chosen ahead of Matip for this one, alongside Van Dijk. Fabinho again, plenty of early touches for him. Now it's Henderson operating from the right-hand side, looking for a give and go, but this Real Madrid defence is sticking tight. And now an opportunity. Can he get to the byline? He can get the ball back, Mane. And it might just have gone out of play. The official on the far side says yes, that is the case. And Clément Turpin from France, who's tonight's referee, backs him up there. First time we've seen Mane looking to get in, but the ball did clearly just go beyond the line. Terry Phelan's joining me on commentary duty here as we step in. Terry, it's cagey enough at the start, no obvious side that's got the dominance.
Yeah, 10 minutes in there, isn't it? Nobody's got a real grip of the ball at this present time. Liverpool supporters are in great tune there, and we're going to crack on with it and see how it goes. It's great to see Thiago out there playing. Obviously just played a little ball down there to Diaz, and it's run out of play.
Yeah, Thiago's someone that we're going to keep a very close eye on, because during the warm-up, and obviously we were keeping a close eye on proceedings there, it was obvious that there was some kind of a late fitness test being carried out. He trained and warmed up in isolation. And what is fascinating is that maybe, just maybe, the delay that we suffered here at the Stade de France might have just helped him out, because one way or another, it looks as if he's able to pretty much function as he normally would expect to do so in midfield. Not moving too much. And we'll find out soon enough, as he has to do a little bit of defensive work as Benzema comes deep, but he's unable to get past Trent Alexander-Arnold. And you saw straight away there, Terry, that with Alexander-Arnold operating near the halfway line, it was Konate who dropped across to the right, keeping a very close eye on Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, sure is, but we've seen one earlier on when Benzema had it on this right-hand side. He could have switched it out to Junior on the left-hand side. He selected to go inside. But yes, they'll probe and they'll pass. They'll look to get Junior in that 1v1 situations against Arnold when he's pushing into that little midfield area.
It's a nice early ball played into the feet of Mo Salah. 2 defenders in attendance, and now he manages to link up with an attack which has yet to really flow for Liverpool. It's a Liverpool side which in recent weeks have on 1 or 2 occasions conceded early, which is not something you typically would expect from Jurgen Klopp's side. Something that they could ill afford really to do tonight against the Real Madrid side, which has been characterised as one that maybe starts a little slowly and ends in spectacular fashion. At least recent weeks of this competition have taught us that. Diaz feels that he should have had the decision there. Did the last touch come off the Real Madrid defender? It looks that way, but no joy from the officials. Alaba's fitness, a major boost, of course, for this Real Madrid side. In his Bayern Munich days, of course, a 2-time winner of the UEFA Champions League. Now, Mo Salah with a little bit of room as he drops between the lines.
It's just interesting to see there, John, when Real Madrid are playing out the back there, you see where Arnold is. He's pushed really high up the field there, and obviously the centre-backs for Liverpool are coming across and picking up Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, comfortably doing that. No question of him tracking back, hanging back, and that's a nice little 1-2 there between Mane, who's operating more centrally, of course, and Mo Salah. But again, as has characterised the opening exchanges here, nothing quite doing for Liverpool. Van Dijk into midfield. Liverpool now enjoying a little bit of territorial dominance here. Early ball out to Luis Diaz. Does he take on Carvajal? He looks to work his way infield onto the right foot. And now it's Thiago who steps in, always tidy with the passing. Luis Diaz once again. Robertson, he looks to get across it, deflected. Courtois stayed, and in the end, just tied it up for him by Mendy on the far side.
Yeah, they need to get into them areas there. Getting balls in the box causes confusion. There we go again, a little bit of confusion there. Salah just coming in at the back post.
Now the Liverpool press, well, they break it to the right-hand side. Carvajal moving forward. Well, that's a sloppy pass from him, and it's won back by the team in red. And once again, we see the industry there of Luis Diaz. But it breaks to the left for the first time for Vinicius Junior, really to run at his man, who happens to be Konate. But Alexander-Arnold came back and double-teamed. Oh, and that's tremendous defending from Konate. Huge roars from the Liverpool support as he wins that duel hands down. Salah wins a throw-in as Liverpool continue to work down the right-hand side.
Good signs for Liverpool there. Great defending from the big man. He doesn't let him turn. He gets nice and tight. He doesn't foul him. Gets them big long legs in there. Comes away with the ball. Fantastic defending.
So tight as we come towards the 15-minute mark in this UEFA Champions League final for 2022. Not surprisingly, it's Liverpool making most of the running as they work it across the back to Konate, who will have been emboldened by his start to this match. Ibrahima Konate nicely worked down the outside there. Jordan Henderson gets his head up, finds Salah, who's stayed deep once again. Mane stringing a few passes together, but in the end it has to find its way all the way back to Alisson.
Yeah, patience by Liverpool, patient build-up again. Everybody wants the ball, everybody's getting a touch of the ball, probing and passing, trying to drop into them little holes.
It's Fabinho's turn right now to Thiago. Mane drops deep this time. So fluid, this Liverpool front three. Robertson. Henderson makes a run, and that's rather floated out to him. Looks to bring Salah into play. What's he got? It's Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side, and there's a chance! This time it was Salah who'd moved into the centre, and Trent Alexander-Arnold had just somehow manufactured a square ball. First serious sight of goal there for the Egyptian, who's involved once again. And this is a little bit scrappy from Real Madrid at the back. They can't clear their lines. Now Luis Diaz, left-footed, blocked by Carvajal.
Real Madrid are all over the place at the present time. They need to get hold of the ball.
Thiago! Comfortably into the hands of Thibaut Courtois. And that's better from Liverpool. The fans roaring them on, and as good a spell as they've had in the opening exchanges of this game. Here's that chance, and it just deflected through. Salah did well to get a shot on target.
Great play by Arnold there, coming forward. He's the problem.
And then a little bit of relief, but it doesn't last long as Vinicius Jr. tried to break away down the left-hand side. Liverpool will be keen to string together some passes once more and test that slightly creaky Real Madrid defence. It was all really made there by the advanced play of Alexander Arnold. Once again, here's Luis Diaz showing pace down the left-hand side. Yet to get beyond his man, though.
Too easy for Liverpool at this present time, John. They're getting in between the lines, getting at the back of the Real Madrid. There's again another ball into a bad area.
Sadio Mane finds Salah! And a second shot in as many minutes for a player who's suddenly come to life. That was comfortable for Thibaut Courtois, but encouraging that it was that Sadio Mane, Mo Salah interplay that so often leads to goals for Liverpool.
Yeah, Real Madrid they've got to come back, keep holding that ball, they've got to go forward with it. You see there, front forward of Liverpool.
And again, the press coming into effect here. Henderson, last to arrive. Kroos under pressure, no time to settle. A slightly rushed ball, and they've just worked it with the diagonals. Opportunity down the right-hand side. Valverde it was. And there's Trent Alexander-Arnold back to tidy up. Away come Liverpool once again. Andy Robertson driving infield. Fabinho to his right, Salah to his right once more. And they've just upped the tempo a bit here, the English side. Looking to exploit gaps that are opening up. Mano, so difficult to deal with when he drops deep, just pulls off from the front there, Terry.
Yeah, he does, John. This is the problem. As a centre-back, you don't know whether to go in there with him or not. As a midfield player, you don't know whether to pick him up, and then it leaves gaps in between them lines. So you look at him here again. I think Henderson's causing all the problems at this present time.
And it's Mane on the ball right now, pushed out wide to the corner flag. But he manages to manufacture a pass to Salah, and they keep it moving. Alexander-Arnold, so advanced once again. Henderson, heavy concentration on the right-hand side. The overload is there. Salah, Alexander-Arnold that time can't keep it down. But the intention was there, the movement was there once again, and they're knocking at the door at Liverpool.
Encouraging signs, John, again. Arnold involved, Henderson involved, Mane involved. Salah all involved in it again, putting real pressure on that back door.
And at the moment, it looks very difficult for Real Madrid to stem this movement, the fluidity we're seeing, the interchange of positions. Luis Diaz-Miro simply can't be everywhere. He's covering what he can through the centre, but that's not really where it's coming from. Into Henderson, neat little flick, looking for Thiago. There was a hand there. Toni Kroos says no, and the referee begs to differ.
Yes, Real Madrid midfield need to get a grip of this game. They're getting overflowed, they're getting outrun by the Liverpool midfield, especially Henderson. He's popping up on the right-hand side and popping in the middle and all.
Yeah, there's a degree of interchange going on here that is sometimes proving a little bit difficult for Real Madrid to cope with, but it's still 0-0 as we come towards the 20-minute mark here, with the side in red asking most of the questions so far. Andy Robertson, who's emboldened now to push well up. Here's Mane, he's finding little pockets of space. Oh, good feet there. Mane! Off the post! What a save from Courtois. Just did enough.
Absolutely brilliant. They're working it. They keep working it into the 18-yard box. Wonderful feet there. Did he get a touch on that and knock it onto the post? Let's have a look. He did. That's a great save. That's an absolute wonderful save.
Well, it's Thibaut Courtois who has been so important to Real Madrid's progress in this competition, who keeps this score at 0-0 right now. But Mane looks dangerous. Alisson's come a long way off his line. No harm done. And once again, Liverpool look to get forward. They've got the bit between their teeth. They've got the momentum right now. Good ball into the inevitable feet there of Mane, but he's well tackled.
Yes.
Casemiro there, but then he's fouled. And a moment of respite for Real Madrid, who are beleaguered right now.
Yeah, they're all over the place at this present time. They need to get hold of the ball, Real Madrid. Casemiro and Co in that midfield are getting overrun. You know, the Liverpool players, midfield, are popping in behind them, getting too much room to get into the penalty area, causing problems.
So difficult times for this Real Madrid side, but boy oh boy, they've shown that they can endure difficult times. They can suffer with the very, very best of them, and they know that they have the weapons to hurt Liverpool should the opportunity arise, maybe a little bit later in this game. For now, though, it's a holding pattern for Kroos and Modric and company, who are struggling really to impose anything in an attacking sense on this game. Back it goes to Courtois.
Well, you see Modric there picking the ball up in a deep area. He doesn't want to be doing that. He wants to be picking it up more in an advanced area.
Van Dijk finds Robertson. Oh, and that's going to fall for Luis Diaz, who can run at the defence this time. He's got a little bit of time and space, but he was crowded out by Casemiro. Fine defensive work once again by a man whose stock in trade is doing just that. That's neat play through midfield. Toni Kroos took too long and found Mane snapping at his heels. There's an urgency to Liverpool here.
Real urgency, John. You know, you look at Henderson. Henderson's all over the field at this present time. Captain willing his team on, pushing them on. There he goes again, putting pressure on the ball.
And what they really need, as Militao just punts the ball out to the right-hand side, is a little bit of a touch of the ball here, Real Madrid, just to get their flow, their rhythm, and perhaps a little bit of confidence back. Liverpool is snapping into this game here. And now they hold before we inevitably will see the press triggered. Space down the left-hand side there, though, for Folamondi. Kroos now coming into the game a little bit more, needs some time on the ball.
They've just got to move that ball a little bit quicker as Real Madrid. They've got to get in between them lines of the Liverpool midfield, try and get behind the back four. It's all right, I'm going back. Liverpool comfortable with that, I'm going back.
Yeah, if it's with Militao and Alaba and now all the way back to Thibaut Courtois, no harm done there, but maybe, just maybe, Terry, it's an opportunity for Real Madrid to take stock. And then the ball is pumped long down the right-hand side there. Very well defended.
Liverpool defend that all day long. That's what they want. They win the ball back, be very creative in midfield. There we go, Thiago's on the ball again.
It's a very different challenge for Real Madrid from that of the semi-final. Different kind of side as Salah tries to pick out Sadio Mane. Liverpool very quick vertically getting forward, but Thiago can't reach that one. Casemiro over to move the ball to his left. And this is a slightly better spell for the Spanish champions, as Benzema, who's seen precious little of the ball, comes and gets a touch or two out to Vinicius Junior. Look at the red shirts back in defence, though.
Yeah, you've got Henderson dropping in there. We did say that in the show. Henderson would drop into there. This is what Real Madrid needs to do a little bit more of. Switch the point of attack, get the best players on the ball. You see Carvajal here. Again, Liverpool rapid with that ball going back. You can't hurt them.
Yes, even the little maestro Modric unable to pick a killer telling pass just yet. But the game is but young. And Real Madrid are at least getting a little bit of possession now, an opportunity to ask a question through the always willing runs of Vinicius Junior here. But he's got to get past three. And there's a ball in, and it's comfortably taken in the end by Alisson.
Yeah, you know what he's looking for there. He's looking for Benzema just coming in between the two centre-backs there. Alisson gets that, collects it very well.
Now, at the other end of the pitch, it's Jordan Henderson. Across the halfway line comes Thiago Alcantara. Luis Diaz comes and gathers and gets. Andy Robertson always willing outside him. And Liverpool content to just pass among the defenders, look for that movement, and that movement has been good with strikers dropping off, most notably Mane, who does it once again. Then he turns, that little burst of acceleration. Diaz, does he get round the outside of Carvajal? Not this time. Oh, and that's good, tenacious defending from the Real Madrid man. And you can see what it means to the fans there as they get to their feet and celebrate. A true stalwart, really such a solid, dependable defender. Here's Carvajal, who will take the throw in now. A couple of words of advice from Militao as he does just that.
I don't know what they said in Spanish there, John, do you?
Nope, I'm not going to try that one. It's Alexander-Arnold into Salah. He's just crowded out. And that's a ball in from Henderson there that doesn't find Alexander-Arnold. But he will get involved just now. Looks to play a little pass inside, a little over-elaborate at times. And he is such a dangerous weapon as he links up with the attack, and really at will.
Yeah, this is what Liverpool want. They want to slow Real Madrid down. Modric and Cruz picking the ball up in them deep areas. Benzema coming deep. He can't really hurt Van Dijk and Co at the back.
And now they look to go long through Modric, and there's a bit of room down the right-hand side. Robertson needed to make that. He half clears, but it's still with Carvajal, who can get the ball out from his feet and fashion something here for Real Madrid. Modric again coming onto this, stepping forward really for the first time in the game. Kroos now looking for the width, but that's a poor pass by his standards. Henderson, Fabinho. Liverpool looking to get back into that rhythm that was so dangerous 5 or 10 minutes ago. Salah once again. And the game now just going through a little spell here where both sides again seeking to gain a bit of dominance. It's Thiago carrying it over the halfway line. Again, the give, the go, the short pass.
Real Madrid have got to find something. They've got to find that strength of character. The passing range is not on.
It's tight, this game. Many people felt that maybe Liverpool could roar into a lead. They haven't done so. Their expected goals just standing at 0.6 at the moment, which gives you an idea of the paucity of chances created. Madrid, nothing. They have created nothing of note so far in this match, but they won't worry about that. That's not been a problem for them in this competition. They do their business late as Fabinho tries his luck from range, and that was never really on, and maybe that isn't entirely the way the Liverpool will look to break through this Madrid side.
I think he's looking for a corner there, isn't he, off Casemiro.
Carlo Ancelotti, who's been there, seen just about everything there is to see here. Remember, looking to make a little bit of history by going on to win his 4th Champions League as a manager. There's an opportunity there for Valverde to play a ball through, and in the end it's well defended by Liverpool, including Sadio Mane coming back and getting in the scrum in midfield. He really has turned into such an influential player for them.
Yeah, you look at Vinicius Junior there, he's got to track back, he doesn't want to be tracking back there.
Here's Salah with room to run, and into Mane once again, all a little bit congested through the middle. Real Madrid happy to defend there. Militao it was who came out and policed the threat. And now the switch in play to Alexander-Arnold. Naturally takes it on that right foot, and then Henderson attempting to get the angle, but far too close to the keeper to cause any problems for Real Madrid. Penny for his thoughts right now. He's calm by Jurgen Klopp's standards. Normally he's very animated on the touchline, but
I think he'll be very happy, John, with the way his team are performing at this present time. They're creating chances, they're getting the balls into dangerous areas, which is affecting the Real Madrid back line. The full-backs are getting forward. We did expect Arnold to get forward.
Well, it's Courtois who's seen plenty of the ball early on, who looks to bring Carvajal into play. Just about keeps that one in, but it's going to find its way back to a red shirt at some point. No, it doesn't. Kroos able to play Vinicius Junior, and who's back there defending but Trent Alexander-Arnold. And with the flag staying down for the time being, it looked as if that was a timely interception.
Yeah, great recovery by Trent there.
Well, then look at him, he's on the ball once again. Perpetual motion from the England man on the right-hand side. Salah tackled there effectively by Toni Kroos, who's had to do his fair share of defensive work in these early stages before they look to fashion something through midfield. This is better from Real Madrid. Carvajal with a bit of room down the right-hand side. Benzema wants it played to feet early, gets it played to feet. Now it's Valverde. Not too many options ahead of him, so he's happy to come back.
transition from Liverpool. Once Liverpool lose the ball, they get into their shape very well. You see it there.
Yeah, a line of 4 across the back there. Alexander-Arnold in that right-hand sided position. And Felamondi, who looks to get forward and support Vinicius Junior whenever he can. It's fascinatingly poised, this one. Will we see a breakthrough at any stage? We're at the half-hour mark already, and it's flown by, this game. Just a little tangle in midfield, no harm there. Casemiro and Fabinho coming together. That will happen again during the course of this game. Thiago just a little bit slow in getting there to close down Modric, but he continues to work. And there is Modric, a little bit of space on the half-turn, away he comes, head up as always. It's Carvajal. Modric looks to push on, gets the ball back, so tidy. Once again, Casemiro, but that's a sloppy pass, and it's Mane coming back and poaching. Now Salah, who's really been caught out a couple of times on the right-hand side. Look who comes back and gets the ball. It's Karim Benzema driving forward. Oh, he's got a clever ball through there, but well read by Virgil van Dijk as ever.
Yeah, good reading of the game by Van Dijk there. Now Henderson on the ball. Liverpool look so comfortable in possession.
Robertson into midfield to his captain, Jordan Henderson. He'll just walk across the halfway line. Thiago, just varying things, mixing up the tempo a little bit. Liverpool slow, and then that quick burst inevitably with Sadio Mane. But he was a bit slow to get to that one and went down under the challenge. No foul, said the referee. As Militao was able to step in and win. Toni Kroos. Casemiro, still very deep this from Real Madrid. And Liverpool content to let them have it, to face it up.
Yeah, you look at the amount of square balls Real Madrid are playing across the back, and then they end up playing it long like that. Easy for Liverpool, get the second balls, then they start playing.
It's very well done by Luis Diaz, whose header was a brave one, and the referee was looking to play an advantage if he possibly could there. Just a little bit too much on the challenge from Carvajal, and in the end it didn't ensue in any advantage for a Liverpool side who'll be happy to take this free kick. Robertson to Fabinho. Konate with his central defensive partner Van Dijk for company. And now an opportunity as Real Madrid drop deep for Fabinho to just advance the ball forward. Where's the movement from this Liverpool front 3 and 4 at times? Henderson has been popping up in advanced positions on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold too, of course. And that's Konate going on a little bit of a run here. He's got room to move into. Alexander-Arnold to his right. He's going to play it in with his left foot this time. Salah! Oh. Snap header straight at the keeper. Positioning again. Exemplary from Courtois.
They're banging on the door, John. He doesn't really catch it, does he, too well?
Just needed a glance on that, didn't he, really, to cause a little bit more trouble. But that shows the versatility of Alexander-Arnold. Happy to sling that one in with the left foot. Courtois just given the hurry up there. And it breaks fortuitously in the end to Vinicius Junior. Happy to just dink the ball back and let Toni Kroos build again. So there we are, 8 attempts.
Back to the keeper and try something new. Alexander-Arnold. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. And it's played forward. De Bruyne. Kimmich. Mbappe. Defending of the desperate variety. Hazard. He's found his man. Now it's Lewandowski. He could be in here. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! And right on half-time, that is whistle for half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. We're already back underway here.
That's what top players do. They can seize the initiative almost single-handedly, and that goal eases them in front once more to make this second half look a little more promising.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Rafael Varane. Mesut Ozil. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Mbappe. Ozil gets it back. Alisson gets it upfield. And it's Ozil. Forward it goes. Cut out in the nick of time. Good take, and he's had a look. He's gone for it! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Jordi Alba. Cleared away. Neymar. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. All the way back, and they start again. Mbappe. Mbappe drives it forward. He can get that clear. Kimmich. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Aubameyang. Oh, the ball's come loose. It'll be a throw-in. Sweet feet. Neymar gets into the right position to intercept. Aubameyang tries to get it clear. And it's Fekir. Out to the right. Ronaldo gets on the end of it. Ronaldo gets it out to the wing.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Varane plays it forward. Robertson. Konate. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Neymar. Could be a chance. Neymar! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Neymar simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
They've played it short. Gets up to head it! No mistake! They have stolen level at the last! An absolute gem of a cross. It made the header simple.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that will be the final act. Well, a game that had everything except a winner. Really watchable. Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance. Great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. You should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper. The traffic has been extraordinary. But the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing round the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Just joining us, we are already on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition, and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge, huge impact on this team.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. It's one! Sancho drives it forward, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. Mbappe duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Manchester United break the deadlock.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Throw in. Kimmich. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, Oh, that's nice.
Vinicius Junior.
Ruben Dias goes looking. And it's played forward. Vinicius Junior! Kimmich. Looks to dink one in. Defending of the desperate variety. And we've reached half-time. There we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Already up and running for the second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Hoists it high. Cristiano Ronaldo. Has a shot! And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Kimmich not easily shrugged off the ball. So we've reached the hour mark. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Vinicius Junior. Messi. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Robertson tries to switch the play. Pogba. And now the breakaway. It's a brilliant interception. Forward it goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, should have been the equaliser.
I can't hide away from how important that was.
And it's Messi. Messi. De Bruyne. De Bruyne! So close to drawing level. A heavy challenge.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation. And it needs to be any time now, really.
Deftly done. And Messi! And in it goes! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that on.
be another change here. So all square with almost no time remaining. And that is that. A very good game of football. No winner, but both sets of fans have got their money's worth. Fine entertainment, and it ends all square. Oh, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance. Great consequence in this part of the world. They've been talking about this one for a while and they have rolled up to it in fantastic numbers. And you should have seen the roads outside the ground in the hour or two leading up to it. It has been bumper to bumper. The traffic has been extraordinary. But the level of expectation is also very, very high. And these supporters who were queuing around the block for their tickets as soon as we knew the date of the fixture, well, now they can't wait for it to begin. And begin it will any second now. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. The action has already started. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
I'd say Petr. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And he's going long. Messi. And the ball is out of play. De Bruyne. Has got himself a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. De Bruyne, Messi. Just brushed off the ball there. Now a chance to break. Ronaldo drives it forward. How about a shot? And Messi! There it is! Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, Peter, from the moment it left his foot, it looked unstoppable. That was thumped.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Messi. Ronaldo plays it forward. Oh, he's broken through. Oh, shooting chance! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
Messi. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Kimmich. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Into the channel. Owen.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more miss than hit.
And there's the end of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it seems like the perfect situation for fortune favouring the brave. 45 minutes to pack in enough.
Owen! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, as Tesco, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Played it short. It's gone out for a throw-in. Cruyff. Messi looking to run onto it.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
Mbappe gets the better of his man. Forward it goes. Good challenge, he just stood firm. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Quick glance at goal. Ronaldo, and the finish! Cruyff, towering header! They did it!
Just that little bit harder for the side that's chasing a treble. Van Dijk over the halfway line. There's Luis Diaz there as well, challenged, and this is what they're so good at. There's Carvajal there making a challenge, and then Fabinho. I think that's a show of frustration there, Terry, from the earlier incident where he felt he was cynically fouled, and he just lets it boil over and earns himself a yellow.
Yeah, they've just got to keep their head, like I said before, John. They've just got to be steady in the moments, not get too frustrated.
Well, there's no denying the merits in that particular yellow card awarded by Monsieur Tapin. It's a rash challenge, it has to be said, on Valverde there by the Liverpool man.
Thinking now for Klopp, what does he do now?
Well, the brains trust for Pep Lijnders, of course, involved there. Just thinking about the options available to them. And at the moment, of course, it's Real Madrid who've got the players on the pitch who can manage this kind of a situation. Carvajal, his pass is cut out. Diaz, but he's operating from very, very deep, and so too is Mane. And this is good from Real Madrid, who are just playing where they want to play in the Liverpool half. Just managing to take the sting out of the game here nicely, Madrid. Of course, Modric a pass master at that, as Liverpool look to ready the replacements. Alexander-Arnold winning the header that time with Vinicius Jr. in attendance. Alisson will come and claim.
Again, Emerson mopping everything up.
It's nicely done by Luis Diaz, who's always been a bright outlet. Now Henderson has to drive forward and drive his team forward. Mo Salah looking to pick the pass. Instead, he goes for the shot. Courtois with a save. Might have been creeping into that far post.
Courtois, brilliant save again. Big hand on that. Mo, a bit frustrated. Works the goalkeeper though.
Needed saving, and Courtois again up to the task. Thiago picks out very centrally positioned Trent Alexander-Arnold. Where will the spark come from for Liverpool? Where will that pass come from? There was a moment of individual magic from Salah just now.
Yeah, fantastic. Coming inside on that wonderful left foot he's got there, testing the goalkeeper as he does.
Oh, there's a little bit of room there for Fabinho, but Salah's at full stretch, keeping it in. Now lines it up on that left foot once again. Double teamed, wants a foul. And Vinicius Junior felt that he was hard done by there. Referee says no. And this is a position of some opportunity now for Liverpool.
Well, if that's not a foul, I don't know what is. Great opportunity now for Liverpool.
And an immediate answer here from Jurgen Klopp to the fact that his side is trailing. It's Luis Diaz who makes way for Diogo Jota. You couldn't exactly say a like-for-like change. They're different kinds of players, but it's the front three that he tweaks straight away.
Yeah, Jota got around about 15 goals this season for Liverpool. He knows where it is. He's worked hard, Diaz, though.
Yeah, it's a little harsh on him. He's been bright, but this is a situation in which Jurgen Klopp feels the change had to be made, and it's been made. So the first of them goes the way of Liverpool. Van Dijk in the area, looking to get on the end of something here, as it's both of the wing-backs in attendance. Robertson with the left foot, Alexander-Arnold with the right. Take your pick. It's Robertson's ball in, and it's headed away for now. Salah unable to clear, but tidied up there by Henderson nicely. Opportunity down the left-hand side for Sadio Mane.
Yeah, they've got numbers in the box, Liverpool. There it goes in.
He slings it in, but again, the header's won by a Real Madrid player. Still have numbers forward, Liverpool. And that might just go back to Courtois. So no harm done. Another look at that bending effort. Well saved by the right hand there, the strong hand of Thibaut Courtois, who's been counted on twice with that strong right hand of his in this match so far. Kept in play nicely, and away goes the always effervescent Vinicius Junior. Crowded out this time. Salah. Is that a foul by the Egyptian? Just a little grab there of the shirt of Toni Kroos.
He was away, he didn't need to do it.
Spot on. Just little moments like this, of course, are all helping the Real Madrid cause as they see the clock ticking away as they lead Liverpool by 1-0. And he might just have some defending to do here as Valverde lines him up. Has an opportunity to cross, and there has to be the opening goal. It's Vinicius Junior, beautifully picked out. That far post ball works magically once again. Felt he was fouled.
Went down too easy for me, he did.
And in the end, it's another opportunity from the set piece. Robertson's already spotted the corner. Van Dijk's an aerial at them. Outswinger. Met by Carvajal. And in the end, Thiago does well. Robertson again. Now a little bit of space down the left-hand side. Diogo Jota's trying to get involved. Lively off the bench. Another corner. No significant joy from these set pieces so far.
No. Playing into the hands of Real Madrid.
Again, it swings away. That time it was Konate up there challenging. Ball's not cleared. Now it is. In the end, they somehow win the ball back, and it breaks for Mo Salah from Henderson. Has it back, just tries to steer it far post. Jota across goal. Mo Salah! And Courtois is there. And Courtois celebrates again.
That's a great save. It's gone to the back stick, it's come back across again. And the big man, Courtois, has got across. Saved it.
It's turning into the final of the Belgian goalkeeper, who is single-handedly keeping Liverpool at bay here. And now at the other end, it's Konate heading the ball down to Van Dijk, who deals with it well. And that's the threat that Liverpool face now. They could get caught on the break as they inevitably have to push forward in search of this levelling goal.
Just leave them little gaps at the back there for Benzema to pull out in them wide areas, Junior to pull out in them wide areas and all.
Things are starting to happen in this game, little pockets opening up. It's nicely done by Carvajal once again. Real quality down the right-hand side.
Yeah, fantastic player.
He's made 6 saves already in this match, Thibaut Courtois. 4 of them have come from within the box. He stands between Liverpool and parity in this match. Alexander-Arnold, he can swing across in here, but that's not his best by a long, long way.
I think he's just going to fade that one in there to Mane.
And there was that opportunity. It looked as if it had gone maybe too wide for Salah to really make much of a go of this, but his shot was going to be on target, or at least across the face of goal, and Courtois did what he had to do. "70 minutes played, 20 or so remain, 20 or so standing between Real Madrid and European Cup and Champions League number 14.
Madrid just shading the ball possession there.
And again, frustration for Alexander-Arnold, who can't get on the end of that one. And this is where they're dangerous, looking to spring into a counter-attack. Benzema very deep. Oh, Modric had all the time in the world then and picks out a beautiful pass to Vinicius Junior, who's got Konate for company. He can shoot here, he's on the right foot. Well tackled though. Very well tackled by the defender. And away come Liverpool. Suddenly the game stretches.
Yeah, it's really opened up now. I thought Vinicius Junior could have gone down the outside there on that one. Really tested the big man.
Mane looks to go on his own. Casemiro for company to throw in for Liverpool. Well, here was the recovery from Konate, who looked as if he was probably second best in that race. But
oh, Konate was brilliant there.
Well, how about that challenge coming in there from Militao, uncompromising as Real Madrid defends solidly again. But that challenge was a little too heavy from Van Dijk.
The variety of passing from Real Madrid is absolutely wonderful to watch. Little round the corners there, little touches. Frustrating for Liverpool.
Well, it's the hallmark of this Real Madrid side. There's real quality in this team. They know what they need to do at any particular time in a game. And right now, they're doing just what they need. And again, always that option of that early ball, and a dangerous one at first glance for Vinicius Junior to run onto. But it's Liverpool who must build again.
Let's not remember, Real Madrid have had a little bit of a rest. Liverpool haven't.
Well, they have to keep going. They have to put any fatigue behind them in this, their 63rd last effort over the just under 20 minutes or so that remains in this game. They have to find a goal from somewhere. Alexander-Arnold gets away from one, but can't get away from the second. And they've covered each other perfectly. It was Felamondi down the left-hand side there who did all that was needed.
Great tackle in my day and all that, John.
Great tackle on this night as well. Nicely done. Henderson into the area. Mane goes. Tony Kroos it is who comes away. And at the moment, it's all just a little bit aimless as Liverpool look to get forward. Is that a handball? No, says the referee. It's Diogo Jota on his own, still Jota. Robertson finds Thiago, finds Jordan Henderson, finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is there an end product here? Not yet.
Still working the ball, Liverpool. Still keep it moving.
And there's a chance for a shot, and it's deflected. It was a strike on target, you feel that, or at least attempted to be on target by Alexander-Arnold. Jota tried to turn it into something.
Yeah, unlucky there. A touch on that. Gets it on goal.
Just feels like a bit of a study in frustration for this Liverpool side right now, as Naby Keita's ready to arrive. We had a feeling earlier on that he might even start this game when there were concerns over Thiago's fitness in the first of the warm-ups to this match.
Yeah, he'll come on. He'll probably try and be lively there, getting hold of the ball, running at Real Madrid's back four.
And of course, all eyes will be on the Real Madrid bench as well. In recent games, of course, that bench has been called upon to salvage seemingly lost causes, but it's a very different dynamic right now.
Yeah, you might see Camavinga coming on at some stage just to liven it up a little bit. We've seen that in recent games, Champions League games.
His weight, it's not to say there wasn't any contact, but again, smart, experienced, professional play here. And there's Roberto Firmino, who's enjoyed a little flurry of form towards the end of this season for Liverpool. And boy, they could do with something from another of their Brazilians. But right now, Liverpool would be defending, as Real Madrid are in no hurry in this match. Toni Kroos just chipping a ball in, and they're in behind, and there was no flag, and that was a position of real danger that Liverpool has somehow survived.
Wow, it's a great ball in, it's a great dummy run and all by Benzema.
And again, the attack breaks down for the side in red, and again they're frustrated as Benzema looks to break. He sweeps the ball across to an offside Vinicius Junior. And that was a let-off for Liverpool. The flag stayed down from this.
Here it is.
And in the end, it was Konate stepping up late. And the late run from Casemiro, who really should have done better with his layoff.
Yeah, he could have even brought that down. But it starts with Benzema's running beyond, stretches the back four.
It's Jordan Henderson who makes way. It's a needs-must situation, a like-for-like, with Naby Keita coming into a midfield role. And as Roberto Firmino is called upon, he replaces Thiago Alcantara, whose game is done. And now Liverpool look as if they have just about every attacking option available to them out there.
Yeah, they have to go for it now, Liverpool, they know. 14 minutes left on the clock, plus extra, a little bit of injury time. They need to get something out of this game now. They're going to throw everything at Real Madrid.
Of course, much has been made about what we've seen down the years from Salah, Mane and Firmino. And is there one last hurrah from the front three that's delivered so often for this Liverpool side? Fabinho around the corner, nicely done. First touch there for Firmino, under pressure, and he does well, gets it back. Naby Keita working from a deep midfield position. Firmino this time brilliantly tackled. We've said that before, but it's broken nicely for Sadio Mane. Space for Alexander-Arnold! Again, was it a shot or a cross? Either way, it's cleared. And then there's a late challenge there by Firmino, who's got to be careful. Well, the referee said no foul, and Vinicius Junior, just if he might have just got the Brazilian into trouble.
Good decision by the ref there.
Oh, that's very good from Firmino. Gets past his man. It's chipped in, but again, fairly aimlessly.
Got to be a bit of quality there now in the wide areas for Liverpool. Quality's got to be better.
He's been industrious, hasn't he, Terry Firmino, since he's arrived on the scene here. Really looking to galvanise this Liverpool side.
Yeah, his link-up play's fantastic. He picks up little areas, little pockets of space. You see him there now.
Diogo Jota dropping deep now. They've got so many attacking players open to them, but they've got to break through that wall of white shirts. And here's a chance for them. Again, the final ball, this time from Firmino, unable to pick out someone who could finish. Alaba it was back defending, but the flag was raised. Just straying offside there with Sadio Mane.
It's great defending though again. They're throwing everything at Real Madrid. Real Madrid are there, putting a foot in, throwing the bodies on the line.
And of course,
yeah,
that's right, Terry. As the time ticks away, it's Militao who's just stayed down a little bit there, and again, taking a little bit of sting out of the game just as Liverpool look to build some momentum. There is one of the all-time greats, the phenomenon that is Ronaldo. Of course, such a superstar for a number of clubs, Real Madrid in their number. Naby Keita for Liverpool, who are beginning now to feel the real urgency of this situation. Is it to be another Champions League final defeat to Real Madrid? They've got time to do plenty about this one. Salah, Firmino, Salah again, left foot. Oh, is it going to... Well, it deflected, but Courtois had time to adjust.
Is it going to be one of those nights, John?
Well, Diogo Jota knew nothing really about that one. It just ricocheted off him. Courtois puts it behind, and now they go forward once more. This time the corner from the right-hand side. Remember, famously, Alexander-Arnold from a corner in a Champions League win, and he went for the near post that time. Brilliantly done by Naby Keita, but it's not their ball, is it? Let's have a little look. And suddenly, temper spray. And for Liverpool, maybe the story of the game so far is they've had 20 attempts in this game, but only 7 of them have been on target. And you can just sense and you can hear the raised voices, the frustration. And what tells you a lot about this game too is that Real Madrid have had 2 attempts in this match, 1 of them on target, and 1 goal, of course. Mane for Liverpool. There's Firmino in behind. Is there a pass this time? Keita! And that won't do. With Liverpool's 21st attempt, another one doesn't find the target.
Well, it's gone into an area where he doesn't want it to go into, and it's gone to the person on his weak foot.
But if there are encouraging signs, they're really coming largely from Roberto Firmino, who found space, who got in behind, who was able to get to that byline. And Alaba knows that his defence is being stretched at the death here by Liverpool.
Yeah, Firmino's looking dangerous, especially in them little wide pockets. There he is again. There he is again.
Well, the ball's taking an eternity to come down. And now it does, and Fabinho decides to play an early ball, looking for Mo Salah. Can he get a touch? He does, a beautiful touch. Can he shoot? He does! Courtois! What a save again from the Belgian. That right hand.
My word. But look at this. Look at the way he takes the ball on his left foot. You know what he's going to do? He works the keeper. That's a fantastic hand. Absolutely fantastic. Keeping Real Madrid in the game at this present time.
Sensational from Thibaut Courtois, who has yet again denied Liverpool. 8 saves made now. But Liverpool come again. Again, though, the corner is cleared. Naby Keita to Firmino, to Salah. Short passing, lots of white shirts to get through, and now there's danger. Dangerous. Vinicius Junior on the break. Will he be fouled? No, he doesn't need to. It's 3-on-1 temporarily. Out to the right-hand side as Karim Benzema. And in the end, it was just too close to Alisson. Danger for Liverpool, but they must come forward. They must expose themselves to danger. Look at that. Real Madrid, they've just dropped back into defence. They're able to do what they need to.
You're right, John. Casemiro's dropping in there now to make a 5, sometimes a 6 at the back.
And this was that opportunity, brilliantly taken by Salah. Then he worked the shooting opportunity. And again, Courtois was where he needed to be. Off the arm this time. And time continues to tick away in Paris. This game was delayed, of course, by some half an hour, but in terms of tension, it's building towards, you feel, a sensational climax. Beautifully done there, Mane, but Jota's dispossessed. Now Modric looking to work it inevitably to the outlet, who is Vinicius Junior. The goal scorer, the man who might just have scored the goal that wins another Champions League for Real Madrid.
Good hold-up play there by Benzema. Knows what he's playing for.
And there's a change to be made, and here he comes. It's Camavinga in a very different circumstance this time out. There's no game to chase, there's a game to protect, a win to conserve.
It's like Valverde's coming off, he's run his legs off tonight.
Valverde, of course, who was so instrumental, of course, in that break down the right-hand side that's led to the defining moment thus far in this game. And he finds himself replaced by the all-action figure of Eduardo Camavinga. And it'll be interesting to see if Camavinga plays with the defensive discipline that this situation requires. He's customarily, of course, someone who just pushes forward and is all action. But Real Madrid need to see this through now.
Yeah, I think he will do. I think he'll sit in there. I think he'll help out the older full Modric, Cruz, and obviously Casemiro in that midfield.
Benzema comes and gets and passes to Kroos, and the old guard is doing a fantastic job. And there he is once again, Karim Benzema. Liverpool, just for a moment there, were caught. And now they have to get bodies upfield. Brilliant, brilliant once more from Carvajal, who's been outstanding in this game. And now he looks to do something in an offensive sense too.
He's been absolutely brilliant. Controlled that right-hand side.
There he is once more. He stayed upfield as Carvajal, as Camavinga for his first contribution, as Real Madrid will happily play here. And now the olés are beginning to come from the Real Madrid supporters. Is he onside? It's Vinicius Junior. The flag stayed down. Has he got a chance of a shot here? He's past one, he's past two. Benzema! Does he set the seal on the game? No, it's Alexander-Arnold with good defensive work there. Suddenly Liverpool spring a counter-attack. Sadio Mane.
Great touch by Jota out to Mane earlier on.
Firmino powered into the box, but the ball wasn't a good one from Mane. It's the story of their game.
Yeah, the quality when they get in areas. John hasn't been the greatest.
And Real Madrid are just finding their passes. Does that flag stay down? No, it doesn't, as soon as Vinicius Junior gets anywhere near the ball. But these are the risks that Liverpool must take, the highest of high lines being played. Well, he has his critics defensively sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with that from Alexander-Arnold. Meanwhile, Mane goes again. Chips the ball off the defender behind for yet another corner. The only problem being these haven't proved of any threat to Real Madrid thus far.
No, we talk about quality, set plays. Obviously, if you get them right, you can score goals off them. It's just the quality into them areas, getting people in there.
So, with time ticking away, the big guns are forward. The ball swung in. Right-footed, and Courtois, you feel almost inevitably emerges with the ball and takes a blow to the head for his pains, and he'll stay down. No rush for him. He has been immense. And Terry, I know we still have time and potential twists left in the plot here as we see Dani Ceballos about to arrive for the last couple of minutes of regulation time. But if you had to pick a man of the match from this thus far, are you looking at that goalkeeper?
Oh, you've got to be looking at the goalkeeper there, haven't you? Liverpool have thrown everything at him. He's got hands on him, he's got his legs on him, he's come out, he's commanded the 6-yard and the 18-yard box. And this is why he's in there. Fantastic display of goalkeeping. Well,
anywhere will do for Toni Kroos and Real Madrid at the moment, and You have to marvel at and admire the discipline they showed as Raul looks on, such a tremendous servant for Real Madrid and such an amazing player in Champions League football. The same has to be said of Luka Modric, who takes his bow with just a minute or so of normal time remaining. Once again, part of a controlled, high-quality Real Madrid midfield.
Yeah, he knows when to go forward, you know when to play it simple, experience. We talk about having old legs, but the experience has been absolutely fantastic. Still time for Liverpool, though.
But that time is fast running out. We're looking at seconds of normal time, and then whatever time is added on. Ball swept to the left-hand side for Robertson, for Mane, who's operating from the left as we come towards the end of this game. Naby Keita closed down by Camavinga. It's what he does. So much energy. Just going back to Courtois, you know, he's become the first goalkeeper ever to make 9 saves in the final of the Champions League. Magnificent showing by the man who might just be defining this game, along with Vinicius Junior. Here's Benzema and Vinicius Junior, and Liverpool now need to get this ball back. Is there an offside flag? No, there isn't, because the run-through came from Ceballos. And it's still not cleared, and in the end, under pressure, Keita puts the ball behind, and that was a moment of real danger as Dani Ceballos found his way through, beating the offside trap. Yeah, this is precisely what Real Madrid want. With 5 minutes of time added on, we're inside, virtually having completed the first of those 5 minutes. And Toni Kroos is over to take a corner, which I would imagine he won't be doing in any great hurry. He's got Benzema in attendance should they work it short. And of course, this is precisely where they want to be.
Yeah, they do. This is what they'll do. They'll just keep it, run the clock down.
Casemiro, back it goes. Kroos, pass masters, of course. Precisely this, brilliantly done. Ceballos into Benzema. Has he got a goal in him yet in the final? He's worked it to Camavinga, over the top. No harm done, though, as they regroup and reset defensively. While all the noise is coming, of course, from the tribune occupied there by Real Madrid's travelling fans, there's a substitution made. The goal scorer with his one shot on target, Vinicius Junior, taking his ovation as Carlo Ancelotti knows exactly what he needs to do at this stage of the game. And it's Rodrigo, no stranger to scoring crucial late goals, but the need is not great in this final, as it was, of course, in the semi-final. Here come Liverpool again. Van Dijk operating upfield. Salah thought he might be in there. And Van Dijk has been pressed into working as an auxiliary striker right now, target man, if you will. Again, though, they defend superbly through Carvajal. Jota under pressure from Dani Ceballos. Camavinga comes to help out. Well played. Here's Sadio Mane. Can he get across it? He does. But it's headed clear by Militao. Desperate defence from Real Madrid, but it's been superb throughout. And there's Kroos just nipping in front of his man. And going down under a challenge. It's a tale of frustration for Keita and Liverpool right now, and time is fast running out. 2 minutes of it remain.
They're playing the game, Real Madrid. Slow things down. I think the quality from Liverpool, though, in them little wide areas hasn't been the best. Decision making a little bit poorer.
For Liverpool. It does, but that's not going to harm Real Madrid.
Van Dijk's playing as a... He's got up playing as a forward there.
Yeah, it's desperation time for Liverpool and for Real Madrid. They just make a habit of winning these things. They've won their 7 previous Champions League finals. Remember, they've won 13 of 16 so far in which they've featured. Is it now going to be 14 of 17? It's increasingly looking that way with less than a minute remaining now as Alisson Takes a heavy touch, but has to distribute. Someone has to get this ball upfield. Keita. Liverpool going nowhere really at the moment. Fabinho down the left-hand side now. They have so many players back to Real Madrid. It's chipped in, and Courtois, maybe for the final time, gathers the ball, falls gratefully on it, and more precious time eases away. Is it to be Real Madrid yet again in this competition that they've made their own?
Yeah, quality display from them. They slowed the game down when they needed to slow it down. They've quickened it up.
And now really it's up to the discretion of the referee if there's any further time added on, because we have got through the 5 of the 5 that was initially added. And that is it! The whistle blows. They did not need Benzema to score this time around, but he wins yet another Champions League. Real Madrid make it number 14. Success for Florentino Perez's club. Spanish champions, and now yet again champions of Europe. Carlo Ancelotti creates history by becoming the first manager to manage sides to 4 Champions League victories. Those are the emotions that only this kind of a triumph can bring. And Terry's feeling you can't say they did not deserve this on the night.
Absolutely fantastic. They weathered the storm from Liverpool. Liverpool threw everything at them, the kitchen sink, everything went at them. But, you know, at the end of the day, that little bit of quality, backstick, runners coming in, only takes a second to score a goal, doesn't it, John, as we say?
Absolutely right. If there was ever a team that was built on efficiencies, it's this one. And Vinicius Jr., who has stamped his mark on this competition, is celebrating. But of course, where there are celebrations, there are also tears. And it will be tears of frustration for Liverpool, who find themselves beaten by Real Madrid once more in a UEFA Champions League final. This time in a delayed affair in Paris, but an affair that sees the white-shirted fans celebrating. So we come to the end of the 95 minutes, and we will have plenty more scenes of Real Madrid celebrating in the minutes to come. Of course, there's a presentation to come as well. And for Liverpool, it is the runners-up medal that nobody wants, as they try to come to terms once again with defeat at the hands of the past masters of European Cup football.
Listen, Liverpool can be too proud. They can be very proud of the way they displayed. But it's a double, a cup double for Liverpool at the end of the season that, of course, had talk of the mystical quadruple. And for those fans for whom we understand it was a difficult journey in terms of their arrival at this ground tonight, now they begin to filter out, sadly, into the Parisian night. But there he is, the remarkable man. What a season for Carlo Ancelotti. And let's not forget that he, in his first stint at Real Madrid, handed them the Decima. Now he returns, and of course it's another La Liga title, and now champions of Europe once again. 8 consecutive finals won by Real Madrid. Comfortably, far and away, the most successful team in the history of this competition. They have done it in his native France. They have done it at the Stade de France tonight, and the celebrations are only just really going to begin in earnest. We'll have them, of course, for you. We'll have presentations for you, and we'll have more thoughts about a final that's been won by Real Madrid, champions of Europe again.
This match is brought to you by Expedia, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Sunilev's coverage partner, OnePlus 10 Pro. Beverage partner, Heineken.
The next sale is a digital treasure trove charming Ellie's private data.
What?
Lot number one, her emails. The ones she's opened and read, her personal hygiene purchases. Her recent transactions. Oh, I hear 600, 620, 640, 660, 680. Oh.
This match is brought to you by Enjoy Responsibly, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
The celebrations continue. Heroes one and all for Real Madrid, and Dani Ceballos came on as a substitute, of course, but it was those that really engineered the victory, those that defended resolutely, and of course that man more than any, a record-setting performance in a Champions League final by Thibaut Courtois. And it's almost unfair on the likes of Casemiro and Carvajal, who were outstanding in this game, Terry, to say that there's a no-brainer when it comes to awarding the man of the match. But that's the reality of this one. It was a fantastic team effort, but of course Courtois was the man who ultimately denied Liverpool.
Yeah, I think when you play against Liverpool, you know Liverpool are going to throw everything at you. They've got some wonderful players up front. They're interchanging of possession in certain areas. But then when it comes to the big goalkeeper of Real Madrid, they just couldn't get past him, Liverpool. You know, they just couldn't find that way of getting past him. Then they started throwing balls into the box where, you know, he was just coming through, he was collecting them. He was very commanding in everything he did, and he made some wonderful saves. I think he made, what was it, 9 saves?
Yeah, nine in a Champions League final. Never done before by a goalkeeper. And there, of course, is Marcelo. And Tsimikas didn't play a part in this one, but Liverpool fans know
how much he is part of the fabric of that club and that city, and how much this will hurt him. But there has to be a loser, and Real Madrid tend not to be that loser. Extraordinary record they have in this competition. We spoke so much before the game about the value of know-how, about experience, about what it takes to win these things, and I think we were given an object lesson in that tonight. Jurgen Klopp may feel that he put out his best team. There may still be those who wonder whether Thiago impacted the game as much as he perhaps could have done, Terry, during the course of the match. But these are really ifs and buts for Liverpool, who at the end of the day didn't pass well enough, didn't get the ball into the area in dangerous enough ways to create the chances, did they?
They didn't, but when they did, they looked very dangerous, you know, and then 1v1 situations, obviously, you know, pulling off saves, Real Madrid goalkeeper pulling off some wonderful saves from Salah and co. But I just thought Liverpool got a little bit rushed at times, you know, throwing balls into areas of the box where, you know, Real Madrid had numbers. They had numbers in there. They way out, you know, done the numbers which Liverpool didn't have in there, you know, and I thought Liverpool was a little bit sloppy at times, but you know, you've got to give him credit, you know, you've got to give this man credit. He's the one who kept Real Madrid in the game. But we're talking about how a team, you know, controls a game, and we talk about legs, don't we? We talk about, you know,
let's talk about Casemiro a little bit. How many times was he there when they needed him? Little interceptions, tackles.
Well, you know, he doesn't get the credit for that, does he? We see it. We, you know, us pundits, we see them little tackles, them little fouls. He's putting his body in there. He's breaking the play up. He's the link between the midfield and the forwards. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of possession going forward, but by word, they worked so hard, and you know, everyone, Benzema was working hard, he was dropping down, he was waving his own players on, and this is what it meant to him. Obviously Liverpool just couldn't find a way around Real Madrid, and you know, how to get a real strike on goal, and when they did, the big goalkeeper was there to save the day for Real Madrid.
Well, for Karim Benzema, it wasn't to be an individual record. Remember, of course, he needed a couple of goals to even match Cristiano Ronaldo, and his 17-goal contribution in a Champions League season. But he won't care about that, because his is a work ethic, it's a team ethic, and it's for the collective good. And his contribution in the course of this competition has ensured that yet again his Real Madrid are the champions of Europe. As it was, his contribution was typically hard-working. He dropped deep, particularly in that first half when Real Madrid found themselves under the cosh, under pressure from Liverpool, and he was always a willing worker. And then, of course, when the situation arose, he was an outlet, and he was potentially a goal scorer, and always a threat, always enough to keep Liverpool concerned defensively. So there he is, the remarkable player whose career has just exploded after the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid. And now he, quite rightly, is enjoying his moment in the spotlight. So we await the presentation of the trophies. There's Raul, of course, no stranger to glory in his time with Real Madrid. And he finds himself the ambassador for the club, who is going to be the one that takes center stage when it comes to a prize presentation. Those fans had to wait a little longer than expected for this final, but they won't mind that at all, because here he is lifting the European Cup aloft once again and bringing it to our presentation position. A man whose goals in Champions League football put him right up there with the very, very best. And now he and they, player and fans alike, will begin celebrations, and I'm sure we'll go on very, very late into this Parisian night. So, in terms of the ownership, it's joy for Florentino Perez, it's disappointment for FSG and for Liverpool once again. But it's a club that has been heading in the right direction, you must say. Liverpool, as the officials, of course, are the first to take their awards from this outing. Just the one moment involving those officials of some difficulty, and that involved the VAR review of what looked as if it might have been a Benzema goal at the end of the first half. It was ruled out in the end, but no problem as far as Real Madrid are concerned, as the result ultimately was to go their way. quick word about the playing surface. There were concerns about it. You can see in the background it's held together pretty well there when you consider it was dropped in. Jurgen Klopp in particular was a little bit concerned, having trained on it, that it might break up. It held together very, very well, Terry.
Yeah, it did, and obviously at the end of the day, both teams have got to go out there, they've got to play on it. They are professional football players. I'm sure they've played on a lot worse. But you know, a great night for Real Madrid, disappointing night for Liverpool, obviously. Like we said, they had chances, but the big goalkeeper of Real Madrid, you know, he kept him in the game, and that's what he's there for. That's what he earns his big bucks for, as they say. And at the end of the day, they win the Champions League. Fine margins, isn't it, really?
It certainly is. There's Luka Modric, Croatia flag proudly draped around him. And once again, unfortunately for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, it's a guard of honour from the team that has vanquished them. We've seen this, of course, not that long ago in Kiev, and he and Liverpool just have to take this one now as they find their way to the stage. Klopp's lost, of course, 3 Champions League finals. You go back to his time with Dortmund, of course, and a defeat against great rivals Bayern Munich at Wembley. And then for Liverpool, frustration twice at this pinnacle of European football. So there'll be some contrasting emotions very, very soon as we see the long-faced Liverpool players who gave it their all, just came up short tonight, who now must return as a defeated finalist once again. And then, of course, in a short while, it'll be total euphoria as Real Madrid take to that platform and they take their medals, and, of course, the big one, the European Cup, the Champions League trophy. Well, that's it. Terry Phelan, thanks so much. We were pressed into commentary duty at very short notice there, but an absolute pleasure working with you on this game, and it was a game that certainly delivered. We'll hand over now to the world feed for the rest of the celebrations and ceremonies.
An inspired performance from Thibaut Courtois, who, as I said earlier on, has had a wonderful season.
Alexander Seferin putting the losers' medals around the necks of the Liverpool players. There's Mo Salah going through. Of course, there will be questions after this, Glenn, particularly on the future of Sadio Mane after what he said in the build-up. So there's going to be an interesting summer at Anfield, and of course they'll look at this and they'll want to come back and they'll want to get their hands on the trophies that they didn't get.
Chance actually with minutes to go to win the league, the Premier League. Now they've just lost out in a game that they will feel they've done enough. 23 attempts at goal, 9 on target, and then you let your opponents have 3 attempts and they win 1-0. Even though Madrid played well second half, that will be a bitter pill for them, but they'll come again. Whether Mane stays, whether Salah stays longer than the year, who knows? But they'll come again because they're that good.
So it's time for the champions. Here come Real Madrid, 5 in a row in the 50s, the very first here in Paris in 1956. Wonderful embrace there between Florentino Perez and Carlo Ancelotti. 3 in a row with Ronaldo more recently, and now 14 in all for the greatest club side of them all, but I don't think any have been as dramatic as this one. He's got the medal around his neck. Carlo Ancelotti, a record breaker himself. There's a big smile there on the face of Casemiro. So many players who gave heroic performances, particularly in the second half, with a defensive effort that they should be applauded for.
Yes, very much so. He was defensively very strong, very organised. A team that concedes goals was strong today and didn't concede goals. Militao had a really good game. I thought Alaba was excellent, Casemiro in front of him, and Courtois, of course, behind them.
Courtois has just received his medal, and nobody down there deserves one more than him.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. World-class saves, assured anything they come for, crossing-wise, from set plays, he was assured. But I think what impressed me with Real Madrid today is the way they turned their performance round. They were out of it for 40 minutes. They found it hard to get the ball down and play their normal game. And yet second half, that's very tough to come out in such a big game and turn it, because they played better. They looked like a threat in the second half.
Just out of picture, the Liverpool squad have all stayed out there to watch this and show the respect to the team that beat them tonight, which should be applauded. It's not all the time that we see that. There's the very talented Eduardo Camavinga, who's had quite an impact on this Real Madrid team this season, as has Rodrigo, whose semi-final goals were instrumental. And there's the man who's won it for them tonight, Vinicius Junior. And all of a sudden, he's a superstar in Madrid.
Real standout year from him. Went away in the summer, worked hard, come back, and had a real breakthrough year. Outstanding. Saw Eden Hazard, the medal around his neck there, and Marcelo at the end's going to be waiting.
You wonder whether it's going to be his final time, final game, final moment like this in the white of Real Madrid. No players won more trophies in the history of the club than Marcelo. There's Karim Benzema, whose 44 goals have helped Real Madrid win the Spanish League, the Champions League, and it should win him the Ballon d'Or as well. He's been outstanding. And finally Marcelo, who can't believe it. So here's the moment, the big silver trophy handed to Marcelo, who's dreamed about this moment. He might be waving goodbye to Real Madrid, and he might be taking the Champions League trophy with him. He wants the crowd inside the stadium to raise the roof, because he's about to raise the greatest trophy in club football. He joins the rest of his teammates. The Champions League trophy's heading back to Madrid, back to its spiritual home. The champions of Spain are the champions of Europe. It's 14 and counting for Real Madrid.
This match is brought to you by Expedia.